You're listening to 101 with Tommie Zam. In episode 72, I sit down with Sk8 Haven to talk about skateboarding and life. Let's do this. What's up, Sk8 Haven? How you guys doing?
Good.
We're doing fine.
That's good. That's good. So tell the audience who you are and what you do.
I'm Allie Rodriguez, and I'm the founder of Sk8 Haven. So it's an autism skateboarding nonprofit.
My name is Vincent Luevanos. I'm the head coach and also one of the founders of Sk8 Haven nonprofit. And what she said.
There you go. I mean, you guys are like a duo, double duo. I like that. Well, it's nice to meet you.
We have our days.
Well, it's nice meeting you guys.
Thank you for having us.
Oh, yeah, definitely. So, Allie, a little bit about you. So what got you into doing Sk8 Haven?
Well, my son has autism. He was diagnosed when he was 3. He's now 11. He'll be 12 next month. I actually came from the interior design world and all of a sudden started this. So it was more of the fact that it was something that he loved. I was trying to find activity that he liked to do. And I was trying with basketball and different things. And he would just elope and not focus. And it wasn't really interesting to him. His birth father was really into skateboarding. It was kind of in his blood. So I had asked Vincent, when we re-linked up, if he'd be interested in teaching him, brought it to the regional centers in LA, and they were considering it a non-social recreation activity to pay out for. Wrote them a letter. They did a trial run with Vincent, and now we're able to offer it to other kids.
Cool. And I'm going to go back a little bit. You said you were an interior designer. So tell me a little bit about that.
Well, I went to school for marketing and fashion marketing business management. Ended up in the interior design world just pre-COVID. So I was doing home staging for real estate agents and interior design for clients that were buying new houses.
Okay, cool. And what got you into being an interior designer, a fashion designer, or whatever? I mean, were you always been like that when you were young, or what?
No, not really. It was pretty much connection. I went to school for marketing and business in the fashion industry, and I had a couple of friends that were like real estate agents and needed some help with some of their home staging clients, and I ended up being really good at it, and that's kind of how it happened.
Okay, cool. And then so one day, you're like, hey, I'm going to start a nonprofit to help out my son, and also to help out the other kids are out there that need help too, correct?
Yeah, I wanted to help out the autism community as well as like skateboarders as well.
Mm-hmm. And are you going to do more than just skateboarding? Are you going to get out there with like surfing and BMX and stuff like that?
We are working on a music and art related outlet, mostly in our Vegas community right now. Here in LA, it's skateboarding, but we are working on a music and art related outlet over in Vegas right now.
Really? Tell me about that.
It's in the works right now, but we have a lot of, it's more of like artists and music and, so it's more music and art related in Vegas compared to LA here. And so we're just finding ways to intertwine other outlets for the kids because of their like other creative outlets out there that they're able to utilize. We have a couple kids that we teach right now that are really into, like, we have one of our clients, Lux, he's really into drawing and storyboards, and that's kind of how he expresses himself. And so we're just trying to intertwine all of those things into one space. Out in Vegas, we work with Kickpush.org, which is Edward Jeffries and Jasmine Jeffries, a nonprofit organization. If those of you that don't know, he's an adaptive skateboarder and just won the Olympics this last year and for adaptive skateboarding, and he'll be going to LA 2028. So that's pretty cool. So we've been collaborating with them a lot over in the Vegas side.
Okay, so you have like a Riverside or OC area, and then you have a Vegas.
So we're LA County based right now. We are branching down to OC and working on that. Eventually by the end of the year, we have Bay Area.
Oceanside as well.
Oceanside. We started in Long Beach. We're part of the Long Beach Gives Long Beach group of nonprofits. So we started here in Long Beach, and then we've kind of branched out to different regional centers throughout LA County. And we also have Valley as well now.
That's cool. And so, you know, a little bit about autism. So, I mean, is it something that helps out, like skateboarding and music? Is this something that clicks in their head, like it's more focused or helps them out a little bit, or what?
So what I noticed about skateboarding and autism is kids on the spectrum, especially if they've had occupational therapy, they are better on a skateboard. Like they are able to create more balance, and it's a repetition thing. For example, before my son started like receiving lessons from Vincent, I would give him, he's always had a skateboard his whole life, just sitting in his room. And whenever he would have behavior issues, sometimes he would like freak out over things, didn't know how to express himself. And when he would be having meltdowns, I'd send him outside and like, oh, go get on your skateboard. And he'd roll back and forth. It would calm him down. So that was kind of what I was noticing. And I've actually noticed it with other kids on the spectrum as well.
Okay. And a little bit about spectrum. What is spectrum?
So autism is a spectrum. There's 3 different levels they consider. My son is considered severe, so he's considered nonverbal. We can communicate with him, but you won't have a back and forth conversation with someone. Whereas people lower on the spectrum can like have verbal conversations. They have less behaviors, but they still have those little quirks and things.
Okay. And so you said there's 3 different phases, right?
Yeah, so it's like severe, moderate, and then just like a lighter version.
Okay. And then what's more moderate? What's that like?
Moderate, like, just kind of like a mix of communication and behavioral issues. Whereas when it's severe, you have more behavioral issues because you aren't able to express yourself as much through words.
Okay. Yeah, because I mean, I have a lot of respect for people that work with, does work with autism kids, or or teachers and stuff like that. Because I mean, those a lot of people don't really respect those kids, or those people, and stuff like that. It's a lot of hard work. When I was in my 20s, I tried to do something like that with the program, and it was tough. I was like I guess you call it a buddy. Where I go pick them up, and we'll go spend a day together. We'll go to the mall, or we'll go watch a movie, or go shoot pool, or go to Hooters, or whatever. You know what I mean? And just kind of be their buddy for the day and stuff. And
that's somewhat of a big brother situation, correct?
Yeah, something like that. And it was cool. But it was also hard too, because whenever if you got one that like just freaks out, or
there it goes. Yep, of course, the good old meltdowns and the good old which comes a lot with working with them. And if you can't learn the patience, or not even you can't learn it, but you better learn those fucking patience, because that's what you're gonna need while you're working with them. And it's not really patience or you get frustrated. It's just you need to understand what the fuck they're going through at the end of the day, and realize that their problems, it could be them, the 1 second in my student's clock is off, or 1 minute is off, and he's going to have that fucking break, that meltdown, until you fix that clock in a minute. Then that's that. And when you understand their little quirks or whatever it is they're going through, it makes it a lot easier. And you really start to give a second thought on people with autism and stuff.
No, definitely. And it was fun. I did it for a week. And I'm gonna tell you, it was tough, because like you said, if you have a meltdown, and sometimes, I mean, when they have a meltdown, dude, they're strong. They're strong little kids, dude, or people, and stuff. So you got to be like mindset to, to be there and to know how to like not take them down, but just be there and protect them.
Yeah, how to work with it. Yeah, I do the most nowadays, and I find myself fucking running in laps in a skate park with a child, just to, if that's what he needs to fucking do to get his energy out so we can focus on what we need to focus on, then that's what we need to do. It really doesn't matter at the end of the day, dude. Like, I'll fucking do backflips if I need to. If it makes them calm down and it makes them feel like, yo, we're just chilling now, then that's what you got to do.
No, definitely. It's a lot of respect for what you guys are doing. And so, Vincent, so what do you actually do? So you're the teacher, you go out and teach them and stuff, or what?
So I started with, basically the whole thing started with her. It's me, her, and her son to begin with, and it was just me basically seeing if we can work together and if it will work out and stuff like that. And to be honest, I've only had, in working with Max about 2 years now, I've had about two, no more than three little, like, he's had a couple moments and stuff. And that's actually, I'm pretty fucking proud of myself for that, because he could have freaked out the first day I started working with him, and I would have got overwhelmed myself, and I probably wouldn't have been ready to venture on into this big adventure. But no, he was really cool about it. He loves skateboarding. His father is a really big person in my life who taught me pretty much, I would say 70 to 80% everything I know in skateboarding comes from his father. So when she presented me with the opportunity to teach him, to be honest, if it was anybody else, I would have kind of really easily had to decline it, because that's a very scary thing to venture onto. But since that's Richard's son, then yeah, I gave it a try, because Richard did a lot for me when I was younger, and he didn't have to do that shit, but he did. So I try to just kind of give back what Richard gave to me, and now we have this whole thing going on.
That's awesome. And when you said that, if it was any other kid or any other parent that came to you with that, I mean that would have been a lot harder for you, because it's a mindset. You got to have your mindset, and you got to be focused and everything.
Yeah, nobody's really like ventured into that world, I would say, and I'm happy to say that like we're somewhat of innovators in this. Like, I'm pretty sure there's other things across the world that are venturing into, but we're solid, full on a company that are a nonprofit that does this now, and this is what we do, and this is what we're going to be doing, and it's not getting any smaller, and we're really happy for that, because there's so many kids out there that need this opportunity, or that need this outlet, and can't access this because either the parents don't have the funding for it, or they just don't have the time, or they just don't even think that it's a possibility, but it is, and we're happy to offer that to them.
And do you guys have a lot of clients, or is this something really small?
Like 12 right now in LA, I think.
Yeah, we have around 12 right now in Los Angeles and in Vegas.
Vegas, we are rolling it out right now.
Yeah, so you have a couple more in Vegas, but to be honest, like we need as many coaches as we can get. So it's just me being the head coach for the company and being one of the co-founders. I have to really go through all the coaches and see who's the best for our company, to be honest, because I'm very judgmental. I'm very hard on who I want around our children and our students. So yeah, like it's really a kind of a little battle, even working with everybody, because they seek consistency. They seek like repetition. Like that's their whole get down. So if a coach can't keep coming over and over and over, that's something that's they're not going to like that right away. And I can already tell that. So I need people that are consistent, people that can come through, and they could actually give them the time and the fucking energy that they need, to be honest.
Oh yeah. And so do you guys got to like test them, or y'all give them a test or something, or?
Yeah, well, I shadow them now. And to be honest, it goes on. If I we can't just hire somebody who we don't know. I have to really know this person. And as weird as it is, like every coach that I've hired that I personally know has fucking done fabulous, to be honest. Yeah, has done. And it's, I want to keep it like that, because one day I want to start my own nonprofit, and I want to apply the same thing that I did with this one to that one, that I only want to hire the best people for our company that I know that are going to come through, that aren't going to bullshit, that aren't going to fucking slow us down. And that's that.
Yeah. And do y'all do like background checks and stuff like that on some of these people who are not your friends?
We do everything like that. Now we do we're starting to develop our HR and stuff like that, which the more people that we have on the corporate side of the company, we are starting to develop all that now too. And it's
learning a lot.
Yeah, it's learning a lot. It's learning how to run, which it's a nonprofit, but at the end of the day, I would say it's somewhat like a company. And it's and it's learning how to run a company, and it's taught me a lot. I know it's taught Ali a lot, and it's really like it's thriving pretty good right now, and I'm pretty happy for it.
No, because definitely gotta have the background, because you never know what weirdos are out there,
Well, check this out. So like I can tell you something personal, because I know you, and I'm not the type of person to hide that. when I started working with Max, I was barely coming out of like a couple of things that I had dealt with that like I was coming out, I would call it like not so well time in my life. And I was able to teach Max, but I wanted to caretake for him as well. And at the time I did not pass a background check, and that really fucked me up for a long time, dude. Like, cause all I wanted to do was be able to like caretake for him, and I couldn't do that. So I kept teaching him. I fucking did what I had to do for the years, whatever it is, and now I can successfully pass a background check. Everything's fucking good, and I'm pretty stoked about that. So, you know, even if some of our coaches are coming off of like some gnarly shit, if we could communicate with them and we can get a good understanding with them, dude, we're not trying to like put anybody down. We're not trying to keep people down. We're all about people turning their fucking lives around, getting their shit together, you know, because not everybody's perfect at the end of the day.
I have a past too, so.
Yeah, we all have past.
We all have past. That is true. We all do have past.
So if you can, it's about what you're trying to do nowadays. And if you're really trying to fucking turn your shit around, then yeah, we give people chances, and like we can talk to fucking caseworkers. We could talk to public defenders and shit like that, and let them know that this person's actually trying to do it. Something. With a big part of me being said, the thing I was coming off of, I had community service hours that I needed to handle that I couldn't take care of because I was working. I was able to handle those community service hours through teaching the children. So I didn't know this type of stuff, dude. Like I was in anger management classes, and a person that really looked out for me let me know stuff like this, and I presented it to the judge. The judge was okay with it, perfectly fine. And yeah, like I was able to handle like 30 to 40 hours of community service while working with our company because it's a nonprofit and we're giving back to the community.
Yeah, and that's not, you actually answered my question I was going to ask you. But I mean, it is true. I mean, you can definitely, use it.
It's so crazy how you can do something like that, and it's like you don't even realize what you're doing until somebody says what you're doing. Like I didn't know I was giving back to the community. I was just like, I'm just trying to work. I'm just trying to get myself out of this hole that I dug myself into, and in the process of it, dude, it really, really changed me, and it really gave me a different outlook on life, to be honest.
And you saying that it changed you. So do you think, by doing this nonprofit and helping out the kids and stuff like that, do you think it has mentally helped you a lot?
I'll let Allie answer this one for me.
Oh, you don't want to answer that one, Vince?
Allie answer, because when Allie met me, or not when Allie met me, but
when we met,
yeah, like I don't have to lie, dude.
I know you, Vince. You know that.
I had just come out from being incarcerated, and it was the longest stretch that I have done. It wasn't for anything too crazy or nothing like that. I just had finally caught up to everything that I had to do. And when I got out, dude, I made a choice to I had a lot of time to think in there, and I had made the choice to switch to this is what you want to do with your life, dude. And I actually fucking stuck through it, and it's been 2 years now. I've kept my authenticity throughout the whole time, and I'm very actually proud of my fucking self, dude.
Proud of you too.
Yeah, it's crazy. I'm like a whole different fucking person, dude.
And I can tell you are. Trust me.
Thank you. Yeah, I mean, Tommie's known me for, I would say, going on a little more than almost 3-4 years as well. So yeah, you.
Oh no, it was before COVID.
Yeah, so so you've known me for a long time, Tommie, and I hope that you've got to see a big change in this, because this is all I spend my time on doing, and this is all I care about nowadays. And at the end of the day, I have to care about myself to make this shit happen.
Definitely. And to you, Allie. So I mean, hearing from Vince how it changed him. By you starting a nonprofit and doing something like this for your son and for future kids, how does it make you feel? Has it mentally helped you out, or has it inspired you more, or what?
Yeah, it's become more of a lifestyle. It's not oh, I'm just going to work every day. I'm creating a community for creating access for their kids to be able to have what my son has, and just being able to educate parents as well. It's become an outlet for the parents as well to be able to support each other. We're working on a lot of projects right now. One being an ambassador program where kids on the spectrum can work with kids off the spectrum, kind of like your the one you were talking about with the whole brother program, where they receive a certificate at the end. So that's something that'll be rolling out this summer. We have working on an indoor skate space that's in the works. We're working on the budgeting for that right now. So there's a lot of things happening.
That's good. And you are you going to try to get like more of the skate community more involved or what?
Yeah, we're always connecting with different.
I want one of my students to be one of the first autistic Olympian fucking like competitors, dude. Like I want this to go as far as possible, you know, which there probably is some sort of people that are like, I just wanted to open it up to make somewhat of a disabilities Olympics, because they have the adaptive skaters Olympics. I want to push it as far as they have somewhat of a disability section of the Olympics, to where our students as ours can push themselves to get to that level.
And are you guys willing to work with like other autism nonprofits out there, like Sk8 and stuff like that and everything?
Yeah,
Or what?
we are working with Sk8 right now. Yes.
Yeah.
They're actually coming out for our July event. We do this event in July with Super Skate Posse and Matthew McConaughey's foundation, where they bus a bunch of kids in from all parts of LA, low-income neighborhoods, and we give out 100 skateboards, 100 shoes, safety gear, all of that. And this year, I'm going to have Sk8 come help us with the coaching. So for our
awesome.
Sk8 segment of our clinic.
Yeah, she's good people over there at Sk8. I know her pretty well. She's definitely really good people over there and stuff. And then you're doing boards and stuff like that. I mean, or giveaway boards. So are you using like hitting up skate brands and stuff to donate boards, or are you like going to skate shops and collecting these used boards and stuff, or what?
It's usually right now it's the larger companies like Primitive that I've worked with, giving out the boards. I think Thrasher as well usually does our July event. Working with, who else are we working with board wise?
Well, we're also doing things with Dagger skateboards. Whenever us here at Sk8 Haven have to make anything board wise, me being a professional for Dagger skateboards, I try to keep it all in our circle, and I try to keep it skater owned and put the money back into skateboarding instead of a corporate company. But we need as much help as possible at the end of the day. So it doesn't matter if you're skater owned, corporate, like that. It's about the kids. So like, you know, if any companies do want to donate, we're not going to say no. We're not going to like push it away, because it's just all going to go back to them at the end of the day.
Yeah, definitely. And you know, there's another good nonprofit out there that's actually part of the skate park of Tampa. Is Board for Bros, and they do a lot of programs and stuff like that. And they just make board. They put all old boards together and they just go and give it away and stuff like that. So that's something good, somebody for you guys to hit up and talk to about being part of your
oh
event.
My God, I just came up with an idea right now.
Let's hear this idea.
Would you like to hear it? So
yeah, let's hear it.
Come up with somewhat of a I wanted to call it NoPoCon, and it's something of a nonprofit skater con where it's nothing but nonprofits and a whole fucking thing with nothing but booths of every single nonprofit.
There we go.
How does that sound?
That sounds good. You better start now, because you just manifested in the universe, so someone might jump on that.
Like Long Beach Gives, but like the skater version.
It's just nothing but skateboarding owned nonprofits that it's nothing but like its own little skater con or like So thank you, Tommie. I appreciate it.
He's always come with ideas.
Every day. That's where things start from, like ideas. But like that, I can see that happening really easy, because you have to be a nonprofit to enter it, where it's like, we're not going to accept if you're a fucking Primitive booth. I'm sorry. Like, we love Primitive and we back you and we support you, but that's not the shit. It's only going to be nonprofits, like, which people from other companies will show up, but it's just, I want them to see how many people just we all are just giving back here. So imagine a whole fucking parking lot of people that are giving back. Like, that's something that I would like to see in the future.
Well, there you go, Vince. You got something to start, but you just manifested it in the universe.
Dude, crazy, huh? Like, isn't that a weird? Like, have you ever seen something like that yourself?
Oh, 100%.
Yeah, so like I would like to do that, just skater, nonprofit skater, and just like all the shit that independent people could put together, because we actually do put together a lot of shit.
Yeah, because I think someone told me they're going to try to start a skateboard farmers market.
Oh yeah. I've been seeing something like that going in Los Feliz.
Yeah. I don't think it has caught on, but I think the nonprofit con would be pretty cool, because I mean, there's so many nonprofit
No
skate
Pokon,
brands
right?
and stuff like that.
Yeah, I like that.
No Pokon, does that work or what?
I like it.
No Pokon.
Like it a lot.
I mean, and if you do it, I mean, are you going to have like not just skateboarding, but also surf nonprofits and stuff like that too? Or
If it supports children with disability, if it supports them doing something else than the norm, to be honest, if it's surfing, biking, scootering, fucking rollerblading, because that I just want people to understand that when they get that little feeling of that fucking excitement or that adrenaline, dude, it does the same to every single person in the world, no matter what the fuck. You could be blind, deaf, have no feet, nothing. When you get that feeling of that excitement and that adrenaline, dude, you honestly never want to give it back. You just want to keep catching that shit.
yeah, and you know, also too, I know as I've seen in the previous past, like Vans is very big on nonprofit stuff, you know, for skateboarding and stuff like that, and they usually donate a bunch of Vans shoes and stuff like that to the kids or to the nonprofits and stuff. So that's something you might want to look into too, you know.
Vans, Nike, and all of the above.
Yeah, we're connected to the Vans, like the nonprofit for Warped Tour, but that's still in the works. So.
Oh, okay, so are y'all gonna try to do something with Warped Tour when they bring it back?
Still waiting on some words, so.
There you go. That actually be pretty cool to do. You know what I mean? Because it'll be.
I love Warped Tour.
Yeah, I mean, they are bringing it back, I think, right?
Yeah, it's in Long Beach too, so it's great for us because we're Long Beach local.
There you go. There you go. So, do you feel like you have like the Long Beach skate community backing you guys up for what you guys are doing?
We feel like we have everybody backing us up, to be honest.
I like that. I like hearing that, Vince.
I hate to tell people. I actually hate telling people what I do nowadays because they give me actually too much credit than I deserve. It's more about the children, but I mean, yeah, just like everybody backs that super hard. The moment I let them know I work with children, I teach children with autism how to skate, I turn into like the most sweetest person in the world. Yeah. But at the end of the day, I'm just doing it because like, if I don't do it, who the fuck is going to give these, we all need to give these kids the time, but like, you know, until you actually do it, you're just going to be talking about it.
Oh no, I 100% agree with you. I mean, it's
so cute. They're like, oh, he's so sweet.
Yeah, he's so sweet. But I'm just like, fuck, dude. Like you teach Carter at 9 to 11 and see who's sweet then, you know, like.
So someone's gonna walk up and call you a teddy bear, man.
Yeah, like I'm the sweetest guy, but I'm just like, you should see me on my fucking and my lessons, dude. I'm right there sweating balls, fucking running after these kids, and they're just like, faster, faster. I'm like, I think you should slow down, and they're like, no, fucking faster, dude.
Adrenaline rush.
Yeah, like they love it. I'm happy if they're fucking smiling. I can see them smiling. I turn around, their fucking parents are smiling, dude. Then yeah, like that means I'm doing a fucking good job, hopefully.
There you go. And Allie, you get out there too on help the kids too.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, they love her out there actually. Yeah, like she usually tries to go. I've noticed this. She does this, but I don't think she notices that I notice it. She goes out when we have a new student, and it's usually with a mom or both the parents. Usually, it's the mom comes out by themselves. Usually, so she makes the moms feel really comfortable when I'm teaching or when one of them are teacher. She's right there talking with them, making them feel super fucking like welcome because they should be, you know, like they're doing the best thing they can for their child. They're letting their child be themselves and shit.
Oh, that's awesome. I mean, customer service is very important, you know, for anything.
She's like the owner. She doesn't have to be doing that, but like I've had sessions where like, is Allie coming out this time? And I'm like, God damn it. I'm like, well, let her teach the child then if it's like that, you know, like.
It became a whole.
They don't like you, Vince. They like Allie.
But see, it's good though, yeah, because like, and that is a community right there.
Very likable. Okay?
Yeah.
Yeah, so it's been like a whole community. Like now, like I'll have moms like call or text me and be like, "This isn't skateboarding related, but let me talk to you about this." Like him, the therapist.
Yeah.
So you're a therapist. See, there you go. You can be, you know, also have a therapist nonprofit and joined into that.
We're gonna do it all one day, and I mean, I feel like that should say that we're doing good because, like, you know, they come for us for help or for anything that's bothering them, and we would want to be the people. If we can, we'll be those people to fix it. If we can't, then we'll try to refer them to somebody who can.
There you go. And I got a question for you, Ali. So, did you ever think that you'd be starting a nonprofit at all in your life?
No. I didn't even know much about it before I started. I had to kind of learn along the way. I wanted to do all the paperwork and everything myself, so I had to figure all of that out and how it works with 501c3 and what rules and regulations are to keep us good and golden. But yeah, it's a lot of things. I had to learn a lot of things this year.
And like what? Sorry if I ask.
So compared to like a typical business, there's like a lot of other moving parts where you have to stay legit. For 501c3, you have to follow certain articles of incorporation and certain rules and regulation when it comes to donations and paying your employees out and things. So it's just like making sure you're keeping up with all of those things to stay legit so they can't take that away from you.
Now that's definitely true. And do you feel like, being part of a nonprofit has changed your mind about things?
Like about what in particular?
About just life. I mean, like, seeing how a nonprofit works compared to, working a 9-to-5 job,
Yeah. Oh yeah. Cause I've kind of always been like that. For many years, I've been fortunate enough to be able to work for myself or not really have to go into an office and things. So it's been nice. I've been able to support my son in all his therapy services as a single mom, compared to a lot of parents who have to leave their full-time job to get the therapy services they need, or they don't get their services. So it's been nice that I've been able to kind of work around that, not have to really work 9 to 5. But having a nonprofit has been amazing because it's kind of shown, of course, I've had more patients, opened up doors to communities, and I feel like I'm helping people as well, like not just the kids, but the parents themselves. Because how old is my son now? 12, going to be 12. So for like 9 years, I've been going through all of this with the autism community. So parents that are just now having their kids diagnosed, they aren't as in depth of all the things I've done the last 9 years. So they're coming to me for like, oh, what is your advice on ABA therapy? Or can you help me fix my son's IEP? Or just like things like that I've just kind of developed over time.
That's good. I mean, because it's what you do. What was that? Sorry.
So then I do it. I help them. Like one of our students' moms texted me last night. She's like, can I call you tomorrow so I can talk about my son's annual review and see what else what are the services I can get for him or fight for? I'm like, yeah, sure.
And that's awesome because I mean, what being a mom, and having an autism child, you learned so much, I mean, because like you said, you're a single mom and you had 9 years to do this by yourself, and it was tough. You had nobody actually teach you or show you how to do things. You had to learn by yourself, and so in a way, people now looking at you as more of a teacher, and somebody that can come to and talk to, and that's great to have in the community that you guys are building with this nonprofit.
Yeah. And it takes a freaking village.
And I hear Vincent quiet over there. He's trying to think.
No comment.
No comment at all. But no, that's rad what you guys are doing. And so now the nonprofit's up. You guys, got what, 2 years in, correct?
Like a year and a half, yeah. Or just because we started February of 2024, but we weren't 501c3 certified until August of last year. So we've actually escalated pretty quickly.
But I was working my ass off with her, and me and Max were working our asses off months before that. Yeah,
we didn't start this right away. We decided 6
that's
months
when,
in.
like she said, we got certified then. But before that, me and Max were working at least more than 5 to 6 months, just working with each other and just working. And that's, I would say, is a big part of where it came from, because it does take a lot of work we were just kind of waiting. Like, she would either pay out of pocket or I'd just be like, it's cool, we're going to get it back. We knew we were going to get it back. So we did eventually, but that's where it was. Like, it does take a lot of months and a lot of work with no fucking pay or no fucking credit or
He's
nothing.
like the only coach that had to go through that.
Yeah. A lot of my coaches don't understand that, dude, because they're like, we want to get paid right away, but they don't understand that I had to fucking work for a year.
Like 8 months, yeah.
We're like a year, almost a year, 8 months without fucking getting paid, and
or whatever I could give you,
whatever. Which I wasn't asking for that because I knew we were working towards something, but yeah, like that is where that came from, and I want my coaches to understand that, but I'm happy that they don't have to understand that now, because now I'm happy that they get to just hop on and we can automatically try to pay them as soon as possible. Because people like it takes fucking payment to have people actually work and bust their ass. And a lot of people don't want to work for free, but I guess the whole point of this is like it does take you to work for free for a fucking little while for you to build something actually.
Yeah, no, it's absolutely true. I mean, because people don't understand, like, to build a, when you start a business or start a nonprofit or something, you're just laying down a foundation. You got to build, you got to build a roof, you got to build the windows, you got to build everything, and it doesn't take over time. You got to put blood and sweat into that and keep it going. I mean, that's what me and Carl did for, this year's our 15-year anniversary. And this is what we've been doing, blood and sweat. We do everything out of our own pocket, so I get what you guys are talking about. I get what you're saying too, Vince. It's tough, definitely is.
We just installed the AC into our company.
Oh, you did?
It needs windows. It needs a roof. We just installed the AC.
Oh, God.
Oh, we don't have AC yet, man. We live the Southern California life, man, with the windows open,
Yeah.
we ain't fancy yet with the AC yet,
Yeah, the window's open, dude. The corner windows.
Ours is open.
But that's cool what you guys are doing. You know what I mean? And and there's a lot of mad respect, because like I said before, it's really hard to work and have the mindset with autism kids, because like I said before, it's very hard, and you got to be patient, and you got to be in that mindset where like, hey, you know what? I'm here for this kid. I'm here for this person. I'm going to make this person the happiest person in the world, and do whatever I can do to teach them. You what?
That's what Vincent thinks about every day when he's with his kids.
Yeah. And Vince, whenever you do something great with those kids, I guarantee your heart melts when they give you that big smile and laugh.
Yeah.
And they're obsessed with him.
Yeah. What it is, I've actually come to like the lowest common denominator of the whole thing is what it is for us is if you can actually put your own shit, your own life aside and give your time to somebody else, then that's what it is. It takes you to completely put your whole life aside, and all the time when you're with them for 1 hour, for 2 hours, those 2 hours are 100% about them, dude. And that's it. And trust me, that shit doesn't go unseen. And yeah, like you say, when you see that smile and shit like that, you get those smiles when you put 100% of your shit aside just to focus on them. And that's where I feel like a lot of the patience and a lot of the fucking, like the payout comes from right there, when you can actually like, just be like, you know what, I have to focus on it. Because you do, dude. You need to focus on them a lot. Whenever I see one of my coaches not giving them the fucking attention that they need, best believe I'll go out there and I'll let them know right on the spot, like, look, you need to do this. You need to do that. And it might sound harsh at the time, but I do it out of love, and I do it out of care for my clients and for my fucking students,
Yeah, no, definitely. You have to, because I mean, in the day, I hate saying this, but in the day, it represents your business too,
Yeah, it comes back on us, and if they fail, we fail. And since we're the founders and the creators of it, we're the ones that have to pay for it actually. And it's not actually paying for it, but we just have to deal with the shit that nobody else wants to or has to deal with. And it's okay. Yeah, we will deal with it because our students and our clients are worth it, and that's it.
Yeah, it's all about, it's about being the, respect of the community. You don't want to ruin that respect that the community has of you guys, of one person just being a freaking idiot,
Yeah.
No, definitely. And then so you guys go do like field trips with these kids and stuff, or to like different skate parks, or what y'all do with these skate parks?
We do skate clinics, which is we try and do at least once or twice a month, which is an open free clinic where we offer any parent or any child, or it doesn't matter if you have autism or not or whatever it is, we offer free lessons for a couple of hours. And if you feel like that's something you would want for yourself or for your child, then we start to build a contact, and then we go about it to where we find the closest regional center to your child or to whatever it is you're going to, and we start to build the repertoire of what we need to, so we can get the program going.
Okay. And where and people, the listeners out there that want to be part of this, how can they be part of your nonprofit? I got you on that one, huh?
Are you talking about like for students, parents?
Yeah, students, people that want to volunteer their time to be part of it and do what they can do to help out and stuff.
Okay. Yeah, we post a lot of our things. We utilize Instagram a lot, so that's at Sk8 Haven .npo. We our email skatehaven.npo@gmail.com. Our website, everything's in our link tree on our Instagram. And then we also are posted on a lot of community websites as well. So, because we're part of the Long Beach group of nonprofits, and they post everything on the Long Beach community. Long Beach Gives website for us. We have a lot of parents do their own grassroots marketing for us, because they're all about us. They support us, and they'll go out to like their kids' schools and things, be like, "Oh, I talked to my principal about your program, and we want to put some flyers up." So it's a lot of communication, community bound, where people are starting to get involved or they learn more about us. When Vincent was talking about the ASD clinics that we do every month, that's kind of where everybody is learning about us. So I'll post these on different Facebook groups, in autism community-based Facebook groups in LA or wherever we're doing a clinic. And that's kind of where parents will learn about it. So like, oh, that's cool. I'm going to take my kid. And then when they're there and they're like, oh, well, my kid really likes this. And then that's when we'll kind of jump in and be like, do you want one-on-one? And we'll connect them with their case carrier at the regional center and kind of do that whole process. And it's a very one-on-one process. It's just not like a blanket process through the regional center. Like I have to call every single caseworker, and it's a lot of work, but it's worth the efforts.
Okay. And did y'all step to volunteers to come out to these clinics and help out with you guys to teach the kids and stuff?
Yes, we recommend every person who wants to give back and also wants to get involved with it. We have open sessions like that to work with the children and stuff. I usually am there on deck to make sure that these coaches, even if they're not used to it, to be honest, that they can get used to it. It's not something that you just go into and just like, I'm just going to do this. Like, no, it's new to us, just like it's new to everybody else. So we just try to make it as most welcoming to everybody and anybody as possible.
That's awesome. That's awesome. And then also too, if a brand or a company or Coca-Cola or whatever wants to, sponsor you guys or help out and send products or whatever, how can they get in touch with you guys? I know you said email and all that stuff, but do y'all have like a special thing where they need to reach out to you guys?
It would go up on the email and everything like that. It's kind of, I understand totally where you're coming from. We just picked up a big corporate sponsor, which I'm very proud of myself. It's La Valerta Market, which is somewhat close to Superior, to fucking Food for Less. Like it's a very community-based market, to where I'm very stoked to be picking that one up. They'll be sponsoring our event on the 19th of July as well, and that'll be the first time them working with us, and that's one of our big corporate sponsors. So yeah, if we can take any other corporate sponsors, we welcome whoever wants to give back as well.
Yeah, we have tiered sponsorship packages as well. So that's kind of we have a few funders out in Vegas that are ABA clinics, so behavioral therapy clinics, that have funded us as well throughout the year, and that's based off of our tiered sponsorship packages.
Oh, and by the way, congratulations on that big sponsor too.
Thank you, dude. I busted my ass for it.
Yeah, I bet you did, man.
About time, but when I brought home that one, I knew it'd help us out. It's actually like a very close family member of mine, someone who I grew up with. The last time I saw this person when I was 8 to 9 years old, and it's a close family friend. So when I happened to head down to the Hem and Am competition, they had a booth set up there, and I was just tripping out. Actually, I was like, why the fuck does El Valerte have a fucking booth here? And it's because they're trying to give back to the community. They're a community-based company, and a lot of where their company comes from is during the Watts riots. A lot of people didn't have nowhere to go. They had no food. They had nothing to do. And so they went to El Valerta Market to seek food, to seek shelter, to seek help, and they gave it back to them. They did whatever they could. They fucking I would say they're a big part of who started when people started getting food from COVID and all that. they're some of the first innovators of that.
That's
They
awesome.
did that when, they did that when it was just time to do it, and because they're a market, and because it's I would say like community or family owned, that they understood what they needed to do, and they took action, and now they're taking it to the point where they want to give back because they have the money. Being more corporately owned, they have a bigger budget to give out, and they're actually starting to do it with things like this, which is kind of surprising. You know, like they don't have to be doing this shit, and they actually are taking the time to go out and do it.
Yeah, that's awesome. Congratulations on that. And
Thank you.
and a couple more questions for you guys. So what do you guys got coming up for 2025? Anything spectacular, something you can spill, or anything?
2025, if all the funding goes by correctly and stuff, and we could keep on obtaining good fundage and stuff, we need to open our own warehouse so we can have our students go to our own skate park. We don't need to have to send them to random places. If we need to go to other places, we can also attend to those, but we would want to keep it based in this skate park. So whenever it rains, we can go there. Whenever there's too packed at another skate park, or my students don't feel comfortable there, they could go there. Like whatever it be they need, this would be their home base, and this will be their comfort zone to go to. And that's what we're aiming to get that as soon as possible, because we need that for our clients, and we just need that as a community in general. So in case we want to have an event for the kids, we can have it on whatever day it be. We have our own space. We can do whatever we want.
That's awesome. And then you say you got an event coming up July 19th. Tell me about that.
Yeah, that's the one that we were talking about earlier with Super Skate Posse. We did the 100 boards. So we did it last year. How that one works, it was just like how they invite out like 70 kids from different low-income neighborhoods to kind of get into skateboarding. They usually haven't skateboarded before. They get gear, skateboards, and everything. And we were invited last year to do a pre-event for them, where we invited 20 kids last year. We're allowed to have 30 kids this year. We do a clinic for some autistic kids pre the event, so they're able to get all the things the other kids get as well.
That's cool. And then what time does that start?
That is on the 19th, 11 a.m., 11 to 2, I believe.
Okay, that's not too bad.
Right, yeah.
I know that gives Vince a little time to sleep in.
It gives him time to sleep in.
I never have enough time to sleep in.
I always wake him up early.
I live in a van,
That's good. That's good. Now, but do you have any more events after the 19th, or you always got stuff planned up?
We're doing Go Skate Day before that in June.
Okay.
That's
Saturday.
Yeah, through the city of Downey.
Okay.
What else do we have coming up? Oh, August. So I'm working on a 3-day camp in Vegas with one of our head funders and head sponsorships in Vegas. Circle Care Services, they're an ABA clinic. So I'm working on a 3-day camp with them to intertwine skateboarding, art, and music.
Oh, wow. That sounds fun.
That'll be the first week of August. A back to school drive, and then at the end of the year we have our give back that we did last year for Give Back to Vegas, where we do a toy drive.
Okay,
so
go ahead. What was that?
A lot of things in the works.
That's awesome. And then do y'all do like if people want to donate their like products or you don't have like a fundraiser thing or anything like that for people?
Yeah. So we have our typical our general spot fund account where people can just donate funds. If they want to donate product, a lot of them just hit us up on Instagram or email to let us know what they'd like to donate. There's a lot of giving companies in the community, so it's been great to be able to, Moxie has donated to us, 888 helmets. So quite a few safety gear brands have outreach to us and been able to sponsor our product for us as well.
Cool.
If any Audi sponsor or Lamborghini sponsors want to donate any cars, we'll kindly accept them. We're not denying any donations. a Lamborghini or Audi wise, we're specifically recommending them.
It's a write-off, guys.
It's all a write-off, you know.
It's all right now. You heard that Lamborghini out there. You know,
That's
Vince
gonna-
wants
that's
you guys
gonna be
to
the
donate him a
slogan.
Lamborghini.
That's gonna be the slogan for my new nonprofit. It's all a write-off.
And the Lamborghini is going to be used as a bus.
The slogan. It's all a write-off.
And the Lamborghini is going to be used as a bus for the kids.
Yeah, we need a Lamborghini bus. Okay, not a Lamborghini car. Our kids will have fun in Lamborghini cars, but we need a Lamborghini bus.
Well, I want a sensory van or sensory trailer to have at our events. So
There we
I've already
go. That'd be good.
inside of it.
Yeah, so now we're creating a Mercedes Sprinter van thing.
That's what I want.
Yeah, that would be good. Yeah, everybody needs a Sprinter van. Okay.
Vince's gotten all into this van life here.
Yeah, but I could tell somebody whenever you're going through something bad, say you're like, you know, you're gonna get kicked out of your house, your car's taking a shit. I'm like, that shit wouldn't have happened if you lived in a van.
That's true. That's true.
Yeah, it's true. It's true.
That is true. You know, but and then like I said, so if somebody wants to donate, donate money or anything like that, do y'all have like a fundraiser program or something where people can do that?
Spot fund account. It'll be in our link tree on our Instagram and our bio.
Okay.
Yeah, so we do that. Usually our spot fund. Sometimes people will Zelle as well because we have a Sk8 Haven business account.
Okay.
And that's
all right,
to our email address.
It's real simple. Just usually if you head to our Instagram, you'd be able to click the bio and it'd send you to everything you need to go. We also are working on a website soon.
I have a website.
Yeah, we have a website, so we're already doing that too. But usually nowadays it's all Instagram.
But everything will be in the link tree, like our website's in there, whatever is coming up next, our spot fund account. We have products now, so we have our skateboards.
Yeah, we're already working on other products. We have shirts, like little things like that, but we're still getting there,
Our little flipping fingerboards.
We have tech decks.
Mm-hmm.
We have fingerboards because kids love fingerboards.
We got the fingerboard park on
You
our
think you have a dope ass skate company coming out where you make dope ass boards? It ain't shit. This guy has fingerboards.
Tommie, have you seen our boards?
Yeah, I don't think I've seen them yet.
Vincent went all into the warehouse, built them himself.
Yeah, we
he has a whole video on it.
A lot of kids love them, to be honest, dude. And like it has like actually a big fucking backing to it now. I even do it myself. I'm a professional fingerboard myself. Like, don't treat me different. I don't want you to act like I'm any different person.
Did you do that during COVID? Because I know you rollerbladed. I know you stopped skating with rollerblade for a little bit.
I got into it, and I'm just so good with these fingers, that it's just like no pun intended. Like I'm just really good, like with flicking my little shut the fuck up, Ali. Okay, so the name of our company who backs is called Flipping Fingers. So they're the ones who've been doing a lot of big work, like pretty much projects with a lot of companies. They've done one with Daggers. They've done with fucking Active. Like they work with a lot of big companies now to where they're backing their shit. So I'm pretty stoked that they're doing their thing. At the end of the day, it's a father who's a construction worker and his two sons. He's teaching them carpentry and he's teaching them fucking how to make their own little company by doing it all on their own. And that's Flipping Fingers right there.
Flipping Fingers. I like that.
Yeah. We like to back other families, other family-based businesses. Kind of bring it back into the whole community.
Yeah, because they're the most family-based business that I know, to be honest. And they're really close with us, and we have a good time whenever we cross paths.
They'll be at our Go Skate Day in Downey, so they'll have a whole big park set up.
Yeah, so straight up, they show up with a whole fucking imagine, what's that park that's in Japan? That Kona. It's like imagine a Kona. You show up with a Kona, but for your fingerboards. I'm serious. They show up with a whole big ass park like that, bro. Like a whole Kona skate park. A mini version of Kona, and like they're fucking dude. They're badass. They've given me my own little skate park. Allie has her own skate park. Like we all have our own little parks because of them, because they come through.
Dude, that's awesome. And then I got one last question for each one of you guys, for both you guys, and this one's for you, Allie.
Yes, I'm single. Okay.
Oh, shut up.
Just for all you people out there, just like at Vincent Lurk Luevanos, He's got the meanest look from Allie, dude. Like,
hey, just the slip in his DM. That's all you gotta do.
Yeah. Not at Sk8 Haven nonprofit.
So, Alex, for your question, what can you say to the people out there that want to start a nonprofit? You know, their child or person in their life is autism. What can you say to them? What good positive thing you want to say to those people?
It's a lot of work. It takes a lot of time and efforts, but yeah, it's a community. So yeah, go for it. I know there's a lot of people out there right now that are wanting to do this. Now they see what we're doing and they're like, oh, finish that visit.
And you hear that? Just go do it. That's what Ali says. Just go do it.
Go do it.
And then for you, Vince, you ready for yours?
Just go do it.
Yeah, just gotta do it. No, like I'm gonna back her 100% of the way because like a lot, me and her, the reason why this is actually a thing. But she is correct. Like you can sit there and you procrastinate all day about it, and you can say I want to do something, but until you actually take the action to go fucking do it, anybody and everybody and everything around you is gonna suffer because if that's what you want to do, then do it. You know, like don't sit there and like be authentic is what I always say, dude. Be as most authentic as you can. And fall through with what you say, fall through with what you do, and trust. I can honestly tell you that, trust me, things will be a little bit different when you fall through what the fuck you say you're gonna do.
And I agree, and I definitely agree. And then my question I'm going to ask you, Vince, what do you want to say? What can you say to people that want to do what you're doing by helping out kids with autism and whatever? You know, like what can you say to them?
We all have a lot of things going on in our lives and they're all hard, and everybody's feelings and everybody's problems are valid, and everybody's feelings are exactly what they feel they are. They're frustrating, they're hard. But it takes a lot of work to actually put all those feelings aside and to give back to something else. And if you can do that, then you'll get the feeling that I feel all the time is that everybody feels when you do it, because it's really hard to do that, to be honest. Like everybody's going through so much, like tons of things. So imagine you actually being like, I'm going through all this, but fuck this. I'm not going to pay attention to this. And I'm going to go focus on somebody else's problems. Like it's a whole thing, but yeah, dude, make somebody else, like you have your problems going on at all times. Like make somebody else's problems your problems for once then. Because obviously, yeah, see, like think about it like that. Like you have these problems going on that are very frustrating. Well, fuck it then. I'm going to make some other person's problems my problems and see somebody else's life for once, because we all have our own things going on and shit like that. But we all need to lend a helping hand at the end of the day, dude. And we all need a helping hand at the end of the day.
So much this year.
I know, right? Yeah. And we all need a helping hand as well. So, you know, it works vice versa. You know, like you give a hand and be able to fucking take a hand too. You know, like it's not easy accepting help. As hard as it is giving it, it's as hard as it is taking it. So, you know, be kind to yourself and take help and accept it.
That's
so you hear that? You hear that, viewers? Take a fucking hand and help out.
Yeah.
Right?
Yep.
What he said.
Well, guys, thank you so much for coming on, and congratulations on everything that you guys are doing for the community and nonprofit and stuff like that. And I'm very proud of you guys. And I just want to say thank you guys for coming on.
No, thank you for having us.
Yeah, thank you.
All right, cool. Well, you guys take care, and I will talk to y'all soon.
We'll do it, dude. I'll talk to you in a couple of days. Obviously, we have what's his name's party?
Oh yeah, July 13th.
All right, I'll see you then.
All right, guys, take care. Talk to y'all soon.
Talk to you later.
Bye.
All right, peace. Late.